Coming right up, his favorite food is Filipino-style chicken curry. He worked with Drupal through the Google Summer of Code project. His favorite hobby is learning, and which he's going to explain a little something about right now. Kyle Mathews.
Thanks. Okay. It's really bright. So my name is Kyle Mathews. I'm going to be talking about some things I've learned about building social networks for universities. Here's my blog and my Twitter account. You can follow me if you want. Okay, so the internet is causing a revolution in our society. It's changing how we work, how we think, how we learn. And it's really revolutionizing institutions rely on information and communications. Like newspapers are disappearing, the media industry's on the rocks, and so on. And so the same kind of revolution is happening within education. In the next 5-10 years, how education works, especially higher ed and lower ed, will have to change significantly through advanced learning theory and new technologies and so on. And so I'm going to be talking a little bit about an experiment we've been running at BYU. This is the website, island.byu.edu, and just some different things that we've learned from running that. Okay. The most important thing we've learned is that we need to foster learning communities. The studies have shown that the strongest predictor of success for a student is their ability to create and join study groups or learning communities. So this website we're building is designed to kind of facilitate that, make it really easy to create and join groups. And so here you can see some different groups. There's about 60 groups that have been formed on the site now. By anybody can create a group, students or professors. So you have Android, Apple fans, Big Four services. So this is a sample group on Drupal, my favorite group on the site. And in a group, it's kind of like a blog in that you can create a post, you can ask questions or post resources, and people can comment. There's also a wiki for each group that you can do static resources. And a big part of learning is kind of the face-to-face aspect. So kind of events or study groups when people get together is really important. So each group has a calendar of upcoming events, as well as this is the site-wide calendar. Some examples of how it's being used. This is one class, the ISIS core. It's 4 classes are kind of put together. There's 100 students. They're using it for like collaborating on homework, posting events, announcements from TAs and teachers. It's got a lot of pickup, about 423 posts since September. Another class, the teacher, one day in class, he just posted a question on the group saying, like, what are some of your experiences with performance evaluations, your jobs, organizational behavior? And so there's like 22 comments. People just logged in, wrote their comment about experiences they had, and that led into a great class discussion. And this unclass is an experiment we're running this semester. And it's a project-driven class. Each student picks a project they want to do, and they do it with individual or other people. And we don't meet, we just kind of learn by ourselves. And it's all facilitated by Island. And this class, it's a normal class, is the teacher kind of picks what the students learn and pushes that out to the students. And this class is designed on the poll model, where students pick what they want to learn and then kind of pull in resources as they need them through asking questions on the site. So it's been really successful. This is just kind of a sampling of different projects that students have been done. And it's been really interesting to participate in that, do my own projects, and see what other students are doing. And like several students have told me that this is like their favorite class that they've taken while at BYU, so I felt good about that. And so we're not sitting still at Island. We're working to add a lot of other features to the site. Real-time collaboration, activity streaming, Twitter model where you can follow people and see updates, that sort of thing. Integrating with other web services. On the last bit of the talk, I'm going to talk about something called social peripheral vision. And around us, there's tons and tons of things happening. People are doing stuff. Social peripheral vision is kind of our ability to kind of sense what other people are doing around us. And this is really important because without knowing what's going on, you can't make plans. If you're in a family and you don't know what your wife and your kids are doing, you can't make plans as well because we're affected by what other people are happening around us. And this is really important as social networks like Facebook and Twitter, they kind of help us to increase our social peripheral vision. We have a better idea of what's our friends are doing and what other people are doing that we're interested in because of these social networking tools. And as learning becomes more student-driven, these social networks are going to be critical because the students will be able to need to plan out their learning. They'll be able to sense what's going around. Somebody won't be telling them what to learn. And so they'll help them, social networks like ION will help them figure out opportunities or people to talk to to help increase learning. So the kind of this key design principle of Island is link people to people, not people to content, because people are the most powerful learning resource that we have, not a book or a textbook or whatever. And in the end, all this social media we're trying to integrate with education. The point is to help us better know how to help each other, which I kind of think is the core to education and life in general, helping other people. So,
all right.